That's right, fellas. Looks like we're getting a pretty awesome and interesting looking new weapon. It looks like a cannon, but it has two firing modes. One mortar shot that goes up in the air. Maybe it will fire like the incinerator or the Jotun. And then it goes into a cannon or auto cannon mode where it has a 3-round burst. Very interesting. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to another Crossout news video. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want me to report on the news as soon as the devs post something? Because I usually wait on a couple of posts so I can make a news video on a couple of different items. Because usually one of the dev blocks is really short. So let's start off with the first dev block where you can already see something very interesting over here. Looks like a crossbow and it has 4 vehicle suspension shocks over here. So it's gonna be very powerful, hopefully. Hopefully it gives you a lot of impulse because I do miss that. Oh yeah, and if it wasn't obvious, the next season is gonna be all about the Founders faction again. So the Founders are coming back after a very long time. As always, fellas, everything they mentioned in these dev blocks are not final yet and everything is still subject to change. So let's start off with the new module, the Epic Support module for improving accuracy. I'm happy that they're stepping away from damage buffs and damage protection buffs, and now we're getting something very interesting. I hope in the future we get a co-driver or a module that reduces the charge time, because we have a lot of weapons in game that have a pretty long charge time. And if you combine the charge time module or co-driver with a reload module, parsers, assemblers, and stuff like the kajus are gonna be so awesome. Anyways, before I let my imagination run wild, let's continue. I don't see the name for it yet, but they mentioned in exchange for 1 energy unit, the module will provide several bonuses aimed at improving accuracy. For example, it will reduce the minimum and maximum spread. Ooh, that's nice. And its perk will increase the projectile speed while driving very slowly. That's cool. A very useful gadget indeed. I thought this module was gonna increase the accuracy just like the Torero cabin, but it looks like it's only gonna reduce the spread, which is fine. So if you combine this with the Torero cabin and some Omni wheels, you're gonna have some pretty good results. Next up, we have the legendary Ballista. Look at this rod. God dang. So the first thing I see here, such projectile can deal massive damage, especially if the enemy has lots of parts slapped onto their vehicle. And of course, you need a big ballista to send the slugger flying. Ooh, man. I hope that we can finally send some builds flying again, because I really miss that. They mentioned just like the Rippers, the beam will stay stuck into the ground. Yeah, that's very impressive. Very nice. There's no name for it yet, and also I don't see a perk for it. Unless the perk is that it will stick into the ground. And then they show off a new bumper and some structural parts which look like founder fenders. And that's pretty much it. Very short dev block, and that's why I usually don't make one video of this dev block. I just combine them. So let me know in the comment section what you would like to see in the future. Should I make a short video, like a 3-minute video on one dev block, or should I just combine them? Because I prefer the combination format personally myself. After the first dev block, they had an announcement for the future battles for Uranium, because a lot of people got upset that the current battle for Uranium that we have is between the power scores of 16,000 and 20,000 power score. And a lot of people complained that that's not for new players, that's basically for other older clan war players, because they already have everything. And newer players, I think newer players, most of them can get up to like 14, 15k, maybe even 12k. You know, average people who have a job, come home and play to relax a little bit. You know, I don't think they play up at 20k power score. At least I don't think so. Personally, I don't mind it. We've had plenty of Uranium wars before with a lower power score bracket. So if it's high up once, I don't think it's really a big deal, because there are some people who want to play Uranium wars with their 20k builds, but they don't want to be in a clan. They don't want to be involved in a clan. You know, you do have to be in a band, I believe, to join Uranium wars or in a clan, but that's much better than, you know, regular clan wars. So I get it. I think they're just trying to make everybody happy, or they're just running some tests to see what most people enjoy. I personally don't like clans because in every single clan that I've joined so far, there has been drama. I don't like that. So I just created my own clan called Roach, and I'm just, you know, gonna do my Uranium Wars alone, and, you know, that's good. That's perfect for me. And this bracket of Uranium Wars is more for guys like me who don't want to deal with clans and stuff like that. They just want to play their high power score build in a more competitive game mode. Because regular PvP is wild. Everybody holding W, go left and right. There's no strategy involved in there at all. But in a 4v4 format, it's a little bit different. I've already done a couple of matches, and there's still a couple of whole W bricks, but not as many. There's a little bit more variety, which I really do enjoy. So what the developers did, they gave us a list of all the upcoming Uranium Wars events with their power score and what kind of movement parts you can use. So in April, we'll have a Uranium Wars where rotors and robotic legs are forbidden. Power score is going to be between 8,000 and 10,000 power score, and you can join in a group or solo. In May, there's going to be another Uranium Wars, but this time only rotors will be forbidden. Mechanical legs or robot leg will still be allowed. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. And the power score is going to be between 10,000 and 12,000 power score. And in this one, you can also take part in a group or solo. In June, we have a Uranium War session where only robotic legs are forbidden, but rotors are allowed, so that's going to be very interesting as well. Power score between 10,000 and 12,000 power score again, and you can also take part in a group or solo. Oh, and by the way, for the one in May and June, it's gonna be the game mode with the capsules. Ugh. In July, we'll have another Uranium Wars where rotors and robotic legs are forbidden. Power score is gonna be between 8,000 and 10,000 power score, and you may only take part in this one solo, so no groups. But of course, if all of your team members are in a clan, you can queue up together and you'll still be in a group because the game won't allow you to fight against another clan member. In August, we'll have another Uranium Wars where all types of movement parts are allowed. The game mode will be the one with capsules. Power score is gonna be between 10,000 and 12,000 power score, and you can join in a group or solo. And I think once the devs collected all the data of these Uranium War sessions, they'll be able to tell what people liked and what people did not like. And with that data, I hope they can make Uranium Wars more enjoyable for everybody. And this morning, I was expecting the second dev blog because they usually post their dev blogs on Thursday, but instead we got a small update, which fixed a couple issues the game had. They fixed a bug that caused the blueprints prepared for clan confrontation to sometimes change after the blueprints tab update. I have not personally seen this bug because I haven't played clan confrontation in quite a bit. I did play Uranium Wars and I didn't see any issues there. Fixed a bug that prevented the replacement of a player who left the battle with all types of movement parts with an AI player. Yeah, I've noticed this issue a lot. This isn't something new that came with the last update. This has been around for quite a bit because in the past, if you would leave the game when there was still that 10-second countdown and the player list, if you would quit then, you would be automatically replaced with a bot. But that doesn't happen anymore. You just, get a 6v8 or a 7v8. Empty blueprint slots no longer merge into one upon relaunching the game until they are fully cleared. Deleting a blueprint slot before quitting the game can now be undone with the undo change button while hovering over the cleared slot. That's interesting because personally, I like to delete my build before I quit the game because I like to see an empty garage. I know I'm weird, that's just how my brain is wired, but that's what I usually do. But what I noticed is that it doesn't really do that. If you have a build selected, for example, a parser build, if you delete it, that's basically changes you're making to that specific blueprint. You don't clear your garage, which is, something I kind of dislike. Hopefully this fixes it though. Oh, interesting. Looks like they added a counter of unlocked blueprint slots. Remember I was talking about this, that it's kind of a weird change that they would remove the counter, but it looks like it's back. Looks like they indeed brought the number back. One thing I kind of want ASAP is remember how when you did one scroll down, you would go to the next tab of 6 blueprints. Now you need to scroll. On this account, I don't have a lot of blueprints, but on my promo account, for example, I have to scroll, and the scroll is so slow. So I hope they can do the same thing in the future so that if you do one scroll, you'll go to the next 6 blueprints, and then again, another scroll, you'll go to the next 6 blueprints. And this is not me bitching about the new UI, it's just something that's gonna be really convenient for everybody. By the way, quick little update on my rocket launcher account. This is my new account where I play for free. And I sold my Omnibox cabin, and let's see. With that, I might be able to buy 2 cabins. Looks like I only bought 1 so far. I bought the Janemy cabin because it was pretty cheap. I sold my Omnibox for 409 coins. And during the holidays, when it was Christmas and during the New Year's, I think we got like 7 days off premium. I did miss a few days, but I tried doing my daily tasks to get my 40 coins. And I think I had like 350 coins. And then I sold my Omnibox cabin. And originally, I wanted the Howl cabin, but the Howl cabin is like 1100 coins right now. So I thought, what's the next best thing? So I went for the Janemy cabin. The Janemy cabin will give me 20% more damage when I'm drifting. And the other cabin that's actually pretty good, and I don't know why it's so cheap, is the Beacon 11. Because if you look at all the other cheap cabins, you got the Werewolves, the Photon, the Quantum. I don't really have energy weapons, so these two wouldn't work. The next best thing was the Janemy cabin, so that's why I went for that. The Harpy is okay, the Bashet is okay, the Aggressor, no bueno. And then the other options we have is the Humpback cabin, which is pretty good, but the heavy cabins are getting nerfed, so I didn't want to go for that. I had the Omnibox cabin, and the only reason I sold it is because of the odd shape. That's the only reason I sold it. It's actually a pretty good cabin. And yeah, so the next best thing was the Beacon 11. The Manitao is Savior, nope. Hugin, nope. Tusk, nope. And on the next page, things get a little bit expensive. Favorite is for machine guns, but I don't really use those. The Call is for drones. The Dusk is for missiles, but 800 coins was already out of my budget. And on the next tab, you have the Howl cabin for 1183 coins. Back in the day when I bought my Omnibox cabin, this was 300 coins, so kind of sad that I didn't get it then. Anyways, back to the patch notes. They updated the effects for the exhibition blueprint preview window. I haven't really noticed anything here. They fixed the bug that caused the power score of the current selected blueprint to not be updated in the profile window. They fixed a bug that caused the game to crash when trying to view a Leviathan uploaded by a player from the friends list. That's a weird bug, but I'm glad it's fixed. Fixed a bug that caused the redo action button to disappear in the range building mode while using a gamepad. Okay, that's good. That's also fixed. Change the name of the new domination mode to superiority. Okay, that's good. It's not even out yet, but that's good. That name sounds way better. And that was the small update for today. Now, a lot of you guys also asked me that they don't see the auto assembly button anymore. I showed it in my video, but here it is. You go to build mode, hit tab, and then you got the auto assembly feature here. You can also center the car, remove all parts. You guys also ask about this button. You can remove all parts over here as well. Control S to quick save, Control Z to undo, and Control Y to redo. And that's it for today's video, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, I hope I earned your like and a subscription to the channel. If you guys would like to see more or just want to help me out a little bit extra, you can do that by watching another one of my videos over here, and I'll see you there in a minute. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace!